Hello there, I'm Eithne Treanor, and in the run-up to Gastech 2022, that's going to be the 5th to the 8th of September in Milan in Italy, and I sincerely hope you have that marked on your calendar. I get to talk to some of the leading executives in the energy sector, really looking at the issues, looking at what are our expectations as we head to Gastech 2022. I'm absolutely delighted now to be joined by the President and the Chief Operating Officer of the Bechtel Group. Craig Albert joins me. Craig, great to see you.
Hey, good morning, Eithne. It's great to be here and talking with you.
Now, as a key industry player at the moment, you know, you look at this sector right now, it's a very challenging time, it's a very dynamic time, a lot going on, a lot of challenges out there. If you were to stand back and perhaps maybe pick the biggest challenge right now, what do you think it is?
Yeah, I don't think I'd get too many arguments here. Energy security has risen to the top of the list, and it's been made so by the war in Ukraine. It's a reminder of the role energy plays in global security. But it was already a really challenging market before that. You know, the world had a huge focus, as everybody knows, on decarbonization, and now we need both. Both energy security and energy transition. Countries are trying to diversify on multiple source dimensions. Who they buy from and where they buy from, the energy mix that they're buying, and the contribution of their energy sources to decarbonization. So, I mean, as a result, the challenge is the parallel acceleration of LNG to meet demand and continue weaning off of coal, and re-emboldened efforts on renewables, decarbonization, and alternate fuels. So, I mean, at the end of the day, there's no energy transition without energy security. That's what we've learned, and that's the big challenge we face now.
And indeed, it's something everybody really needs to be keeping an eye on. Of course, technology will help that. Technology at the very core of what you're doing. Technology at the very core, of course, of our Gastech conference that's coming up. Talk to me a little bit about, where do you see perhaps a change maker when it comes to technology and how it can actually help to reduce emissions?
Yeah, the good news is there's a lot of efforts going on to be a change maker. And so that's the good news. I mean, the world is working to solve the problem. The bad news is there's no silver bullet, and it's going to take efforts on every front. So it's really hard to pick one. But in order to reduce emissions in the long term, and in the short term, we need LNG to replace coal. We can't wait. The demand calls for it. We need renewables at bigger scale. We need technical advancements in storage to make renewables more viable. We need our power grids to be able to integrate renewable solutions. Development of carbon capture technologies is going to continue and be a huge focus. Development of alternate fuels, even nuclear, small, medium, and large. Gasoline from hydrogen, green ammonia production, all of it needs to advance technically. And the big challenge of all of it is that the technical maturation to achieve cost effectiveness and scale. And that's the big challenge. I mean, hydrogen is a great example. It's really promising, but it needs a lot of investment to make it more and more deployable. And I know our company, Bechtel, we're working on all these fronts to help our customers drive the energy transition from drawing board to field application.
And of course, this is very reassuring for the industry, but also very reassuring for consumers out there. I mean, I think there's a big public demand too that things change, and I can see that change happening within the industry as well. If you were to think in terms of a transformation, I suppose, of the industry, where do you think that's going to fit in the next 10 years, perhaps?
Yeah, I know that's the magic question. Everybody's thinking about that. First of all, I think energy transition is here to stay. And the world's going to continue to electrify and digitize everything. And energy security is also, I mean, it's always been a driving force, and now we've just been reminded of the force that it is, but it's going to be with us for the foreseeable future. I think socioeconomic considerations are going to rise in importance, and all three are going to need to be advanced. They're all a must. And so, this might surprise people, but to me, the big transformation that we're going to see to make all three of those things happen is the return of pragmatism. It's so critical for solutions to be real and sustainable, and not just idealistic. We need pragmatism to deliver idealism. And so I think that really reinforces the need for energy security and transition to be advanced on all fronts. As I said, we need LNG to meet demand. We're going to see investment grow significantly in decarbonization, renewables. I think there'll be technical breakthroughs there. I've heard a lot of people describe their industries as having the new oil that'll feed the world. Copper, lithium, rare earths, hydrogen, semiconductor chips, you name it. It's all the new oil. And what I think the world's going to come to grips is that they're not wrong. They will all drive or will be driven by energy transformation. So, we're all in working with customers in all those industries to advance energy transition on all the ways that transformation is going to be needed.